Welcome to another episode of Life and Whiskey. As always, I'm Jordan, and today we are going to look at not Monkey Shoulder because we've already done that, but this is my Scotch Infinity Bottle. I decided to put it in the Monkey Shoulder bottle because I kind of like, A, I really like Monkey Shoulder, B, there's a fair bit of Monkey Shoulder in this Infinity Bottle, and C, I kind of like the look of these little fiddly bits, as we'll say on there. I did have it in this bottle, um, which is just kind of a really nice looking bottle. It's from Glacier Distilling up in Montana when we used to live up in Whitefish. This distillery was just down the road, but that bottle is pretty darn fancy and nice. But it says North Fork. It's their rye whiskey, which was really good. And so it just didn't seem right to put a Scotch Infinity bottle into a rye bottle. So I dumped it out, put it into there. Although there's a little bit in there still, so we might have to see if we can get it out there. There we go. Um, and we'll save this. Maybe we'll put this as a second rye Infinity bottle now that we just did a couple more videos on rye. Although the redemption bottle's still quite nice as well. But here we go. So in here, I put a little bit of all the scotches that I currently own. So I got Monkey Shoulder, Scoresby, which was in my budget series, and I really liked that one. I got some Dewar's White Label, uh, some of the Dalwhinnie, which was the House of Stark Game of Thrones edition for the Dalwhinnie. I got some Clan McGregor, which was also in the budget series, and that one brought a little more of the barrel impact into it. And then some John Barr, which is pretty similar to a Johnny Walker, in my opinion. So all those bottles, a little bit in here of each to create a Scotch Infinity bottle. I've already done the Rye Infinity bottle and the Bourbon Infinity bottle. And for those of you who this is your first episode or you're not aware of what an Infinity bottle is, oftentimes the tradition is to take the neck pour, which is the first amount of whiskey in a bottle, or when you crack open that bottle and you drink it down to the very end and there's not quite enough for a full pour in there, you just take that last little bit, dump it into a bottle, and you keep blending together multiple bottles of whiskey into a single bottle, let them meld, and you create something interesting that's constantly changing over time as you put more and more and different varieties into that same bottle. That's the infinity part of the infinity bottle, is you just keep it going by adding to it constantly. Couple of words of caution: if you do that, if you put anything super outside of the realm or that has a very dominating flavor, chances are that's going to take over your flavor profile. So if it's something you don't particularly like, either put a small amount in or avoid it altogether. Like for Scotch, say I had Ardbeg or some other really heavy peated smoky Scotch, I probably would not put that in here since this particular blend does not have a lot of smoke to it. It's more of a Highland or kind of that sweet butterscotchy type flavor profile, with just a hint of smoke in there. But that's not to say you can't do that. I mean, you're obviously free to do whatever the heck you want. Like I have mine separated out into rye, bourbon, and Scotch. Also, you don't have to do that. You can blend across the different varieties. There's no reason or why you can't do something. I just thought as a starting point it would be kind of nice to do that. So to keep them separated. So that's what I did here. So I read off what's in here. Let's nose this and see what we got. So up front, you got heavy butterscotch. It has a lot of the monkey shoulder in it, and it has a lot of that monkey shoulder and Dalwhinnie impact in here. Where it's just a creamy butterscotch, some maltiness, some barrel I always say Scotch smells like Scotch, which I've come to learn is typically that malt note in there. It's just a hint of that, not a lot. Just a clean white oak smell. Just a hint of smoke, some peat in there. But mostly that creamy butterscotch smell. And malt. The flavor profile, I would say, is better than any of those scotches I listed off individually. It's sweet, it's creamy, it's butterscotch up front. It moves into a vanilla and an oak tannin with a hint of dryness. It finishes with a very nice and enjoyable light peat, a campfire smoke to it, a little barrel char in there that's underlain with a nice creamy sweetness to finish it off. So that creamy sweetness is start to finish. It has a dry finish on the end with that peat smoke. Like dry again, not being dry flavor, but dry, like dry versus sweet as in wine. It's dry as it dries out your mouth. It dries out your tongue. It's not this oily, clingy, creamy thing that persists. It's just it's just a good blend, man. Yeah, if you're not already doing this with your scotch, by all means, you should definitely do that. And like I said, I just took and dumped parts of everything in here. I didn't measure. I know there's more. There's probably this much monkey shoulder in there. So, like, if we were to look at this bottle, there's probably that much monkey shoulder and that much Scoresby, for that first third. And then the other whiskeys make up the rest of that. That Clan McGregor I kept in there for that oakiness. And it seems like the best qualities of all the scotches that I listed came through in this blend. Now, that's not always going to be the case in an infinity bottle, but in this particular case, it worked out really, really well. And this is definitely better than the parts in their individual parts. Like, this is a really good whiskey. And that smokiness. Now, none of those scotches that I mentioned are known for their peaty smokiness. The John Barr has a little bit, and the Clan McGregor has a little bit, but the fact that they all kind of have just enough that it comes through in this whiskey is pretty awesome. Try an infinity bottle, try a Scotch Infinity Bottle. This one happens to be pretty awesome. Once again, it's got a little bit of monkey shoulder, Scoresby, Dewar's White Label, Dalwhinnie, Clan McGregor, and John Barr in it as far as whiskeys go, which all of those I've done reviews of on this channel. So feel free to check those out as well if you want to get an idea of what the flavor profiles are of those particular scotches. As always, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe this channel, or dislike it and subscribe. As long as you subscribe, that'd be awesome. Share this video with as many people as you think would enjoy it. As I am trying to build this channel, still starting to get things going a little bit better here. But I'm no longer on Facebook, so I don't have a means to share this channel through Facebook, and I've never been on Twitter, which those two are some of the better ways to do it. So if you are on any of those social media platforms, please feel free to share this stuff. I am on minds.com. I'm looking to get on BitChute, and for now we're still on YouTube. So thanks for watching. Have yourselves a great day, and we will catch you in the next video.